Let's get started. Welcome everybody to the Inventor Group's monthly meeting. I forgot to change my notes to March, but I'll get that changed. Thank you for being able to join this meeting. I know maybe if there was any, apologize for any confusion out there with switching the meeting over to a new meeting. Obviously we're on a Zoom account that's now hosted by the consortium, the consortium Zoom account. So we wanted to go over that. Gives us a little bit more flexibility than what I was normally using with Zoom with PPL's thing. So switched over to that. I'm glad everybody, you guys could join us today. We are recording this session. I'll have to check back with our presenters today to make sure that was okay. I didn't do that ahead of time, so it's my bad on me. But as long as everything's okay, hopefully the plan is, to record these and we'll get these up to, like our YouTube channel or something on that, so that we can allow people that might have missed our meeting out there. Just in case for all you people out, for everybody that joined us, the default setting was to have this meeting when it got set up, you got put on mute. So just in case you guys start talking, if you forget to take your mute off, feel free to take it off at any time and ask questions and comment on stuff. But we just set the default settings to that, just so that way if anybody had any background noise or something like that, just didn't pop in, and interrupt us on that. So just wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of it. So again, hope everybody's doing all right out there and safe, and we'll get started with this meeting, this month's meeting. So under old business, I didn't really have anything under old business to really discuss. Anything that anybody else might have out there that under old business, past things, past questions we didn't get to? All right, I'll take that as a no. So right on to new business. So sort of new business, sort of not. As everybody should be aware of, the virtual face-to-face here at May. The registration is out on the website. You should have seen emails on registration. So please get out there and register if you haven't already. Again, it'll be a lot like this. It'll be hosted on Zoom. So if anybody's having any problems, accessing Zoom or not, please let me know. Let me know as soon as you can, and we could work through that. Make sure that you have access, but it will be hosted on Zoom, basically just like what we're doing today on that. And a little bit on that, we've been doing some testing and stuff on that. We're going to do some breakout rooms for that, and I'll go over that a little bit in depth probably I was just say probably I'll go over it a little bit next month, just so to give everybody a little familiar of how the meeting's going to operate. Obviously going to be a little bit different, but you'll be able to kind of like bounce around a little bit. We'll have some rooms as attached to our meeting here, to that people can go off to the side, have other conversations. It'll allow for, if we run out of time on any given presentation or whatnot on that, that the presenters can go over, kind of like over into another room and be able to have some follow-up conversation with people if needed. So stuff like that, but we'll go through that a little bit more in depth next month on it. Again, we're kind of doing some final testing on the leadership committee to make sure how all that works. So really that's most of the news on that. The big thing that I'm trying to do at the end of the month, we still could use some more as far as topics, and I've talked to a bunch of people, and there was some interest in being, especially part of our project spotlight thing, and I have to reach out to them and everybody to see if I can get some more commitments to that. But we still have some time here as far as, if anybody wants to suggest anything, offer anything, any thing that they don't have. I will be trying to, again, talk to a few people in the next, week or so and get a tentative schedule here and get that out to you people, to everybody, the beginning of April is my plan, to have a tentative schedule and everything. You can kind of see our topic list is a little small at this point. I think I'd like to, obviously get some more in there. We have 3 days, so to fill that up. So if anybody has, I'll open up right now. Does anybody have anything they'd like to add or anything, suggest as far as something that we could do on a presentation topic, brainstorming discussion type thing? One thing to note, we will be adding, I have to get with at least know one of our vendors that are interested. We're going to do have some type of vendor presentation and vendor room. It looks like so that a room that you can talk to a vendor, and if there's any other vendors that are interested in that, please reach out to me and let me know. I will fill everybody, fill you in on what we're looking at, what we're possibly looking at that. But and not only our group, I think some of the other groups are going to try and do that based on whatever vendors want to participate in that, but kind of going to do maybe like a short presentation in the opening, in our, kind of like main meeting. And then, we'll have a room again, like what I was talking about, those breakout rooms a little earlier. We'll have a room where you can go over there and discuss things with a vendor. I don't know, they might have a further presentation of but they'll be available for discussion points and stuff on that. So more to come. Is there any other questions regarding the virtual face-to-face here in May? Anything at all? Okay. If you do have anything pops up in your head, please reach out to me, and we'll get on it. So on our next thing, our show and tell. Joey, do I have you or Chris out there?
Hey, Josh. Yes, sir. I'm here.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing and allow you to share your screen, or Chris or whoever's,
Okay.
but take it away.
All right. Good. Let me get set up here, guys. Just a second. And share screen. Always a hard choice here. I think it's, yeah. Okay. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Oh, wait, not yet. I got to click that button. Okay.
Now we got it, Joey.
All right. Okay. I'm going to move that out of the way. So, hey guys, good morning. First things first, I guess you guys can hear me and see my screen. Is that right?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Awesome. So, guys, don't have a whole, 10 minutes probably of more conversation than demo. Just wanted to take an opportunity to give you guys an update on our SDS Physical for AutoCAD product. We were scheduled to do this last month, but Mother Nature, with a nice storm down here in Louisiana, threw us a curveball, knocked my power out for 3.5 days. So Josh was gracious enough to let us reschedule for this month. So hope all you guys got through the February winter storms okay, and are kind of on the tail end of the COVID deal as well. But guys, my name's Joey Baker. I'm with SBS. I focus on our substation line of products. Know many of you here, and look forward to getting to know those of you guys that don't know. We've got a great event coming up in a couple of months, so looking forward to you know, a lot more in-depth conversations with you, understanding what challenges you have in your organizations that we might could go back to the office and start working on to help out with. So probably just one thing I wanted to give you an update on. We were really pleased to be able to receive yesterday a global award from Esri, identifying SBS as one of their premier partners. And so that's a new recognition for SBS. SBS has been in and around the Esri community for a long time. That's where our founders really come from, is kind of the geospatial side of the business. But I only bring this up in this context to really just kind of say this is way outside of any area of expertise that I have. So I can spell GIS and Esri, and that's about it. But I'm just bringing this up in this context so that if within your organization you're starting to hear, you know, terms like utility network and Esri and GIS integration and all of those things that go into that pot, I just wanted you to be aware that that's a real deep expertise that SBS has. And so we could lend, you know, some guidance and expertise into those conversations as they mature within your organization. I just kind of wanted you to be aware so that you, as you're, you know, interacting with other folks and other departments, if those conversations come up, SBS may have some technology, some workflows, some solutions that could be beneficial for addressing some of those questions. So what I thought I wanted to do this morning, guys, is just give you a really kind of brief update. I know that this is a really busy slide. I hope you'll kind of step back from the screen and let it just absorb it for just a second. But I failed to make time to go to our marketing gurus to let them help me get a better slide put together. But maybe this will work. I hope it will. I hope you'll just bear with me for a little bit. You know, I wanted to just give you an update. As most of you guys know, but maybe not everybody that's on the call, we have introduced a new, we call it new, and I'll get into that in a little bit, an addition to our substation design suite. It's a substation design suite, physical design for AutoCAD product. So just kind of want to touch base on that, give you an idea of where things are. And just kind of go through a bit of a high level. And so, you know, mostly for this group, you guys are very familiar with our Inventor-based product, and not quite as familiar with our AutoCAD-based product. So just, you know, really, I think to begin with, wanted to just kind of level set and you know, build a foundation of understanding that is, you know, both of these products really genuinely produce, you know, these design elements that you see on the screen here. So, you know, both products are fantastic at developing, you know, overall general arrangement drawings, detailed drawings, you know, consuming, you know, high level of detailed parts, running bus and conductors, doing below grade design, doing above grade design, running conduit, trench cables, those kinds of things. So it just kind of as a level set, I think, from the substation design perspective, just wanted to build some understanding with you that, you know, both of these products are really capable of delivering these results like you're used to seeing, that you're demanding, right? I mean, and this is a requirement. This is why we have substation design tools to begin with. So, you know, Inventor obviously is a great product for, you know, doing the above grade design. We build in intelligence through our attributes, in this case, iProperties, within Inventor, you know, for driving all of our above grade, below grade designs, generating that bill of material, generating our 2D drawings, all of those things that you're accustomed to and are driving forward within that product. You know, doing our clearance checks as we're designing, doing our lightning protection, integrating with Vault, all of these things. You know, you guys are driving the product today to produce. And so probably the one thing I wanted to just emphasize here is that, these functions that are driving these outcomes, that all of these would carry over to our AutoCAD product. And so, part of that is, as we step back and say that, then, a natural question is then, why is there a second product? I think for me, it's really important to emphasize that, as we, looked at the potential for developing a complementary physical design product, it was not with the intention of creating a better physical design product. Okay, that may sound a little bit odd, but what I'm driving at here is we have the de facto industry standard design product, physical design product already based in Inventor. And so, this product by itself is a world-class, head and shoulders above anything else that's available on the market. So our intention with devoting development effort into a physical design product for AutoCAD is really to tackle different problems. Okay, not so much a design problem that addresses these items that are shown on the screen, but really to address more of a enterprise-wide type problem. So things that fall into the realm, mostly in the realm of change management and mostly in the realm of integration. Okay, and so being based in a AutoCAD platform that really does allow us to address that change management type of friction or headwinds that a lot of organizations face. The learning curve to get up to Inventor seems to be a lot less when we're talking about an AutoCAD based product. This is workflows and functions that a lot of folks are already familiar with. So that's an area that we were attempting to address. As I mentioned before, we're starting to sense that integrating to GIS will become more and more important within the substation design space. And so this platform allows us to do that more natively. We already have those integrations through our utility data hub modules that'll integrate our substation design suite outcomes into a GIS system. Excuse me. Also, we have the other thing that I really want to emphasize here is, being based in AutoCAD, utilizing our utility data hub platforms, we're able to more natively integrate into your ERP systems, your asset management systems, work order management systems, those kinds of things. So just highlight here that if those are outcomes that your organization is really looking for above and beyond the design tool itself to be able to create bills of material and construction prints, then this product may be a complement to your design tools, okay, that would enable your organization to achieve those beyond the design tool outcomes that could be important to your overall organization. So just kind of want to give you guys a snapshot of, hey, the design elements within AutoCAD or Inventor, are really, very similar. The Inventor-based design application is certainly very superior, for producing these types of outcomes. We can do all the same thing over here in the AutoCAD application, as well as, we see some additional integration, additional design tool checking things that are important, and also potentially lowering that change management, lowering those concerns that may really revolve around change management. So I'm not going to spend, but just let you know, we kind of have some talking points and guides around, which product may be best for me. I think the real takeaway here is that from what we're sensing from the marketplace today, it's really not an either or decision in a lot of cases. I think that this could be and you know, depending on, you know, the particular project challenges, project types that your organization has, there could be a potential opportunity to have both products within your organization to suit various product needs. Kind of a bit of an analogy maybe that we could all understand is, you know, if I've got a workshop here at my house, I've got more than one saw. My table saw is the right tool for a certain type of project. My chop saw is the right tool for other kinds of projects. And so that's really kind of the overall thinking around here, is that we're not necessarily trying to stipulate one product or the other. I think that there is an opportunity for both products. They're both well suited to serve certain project needs, certain outcomes that an organization may be looking for. Okay, so if this is something that you'd like to talk to us about, you know, be sure and reach out. We can have, you know, quite a bit more in-depth conversation around, you know, the workflows that we think play, you know, to the strengths of both of these products within typical utility organizations. Okay, that's really kind of all the kind of update I wanted to give. I do have I've got one thing I want to share with you, because I'd really love to get some feedback from you guys, and let me cross my fingers that this video will play. And so I'm just going to focus on this for a second. I think it might play, maybe not. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Let's give this a second to come up. So guys, what I want to get some feedback from you on is I'm going to show you here very quickly. This is about a 5-minute long video, but I'm not going to play but the first minute and 15 seconds or so. I know, you know, this is our physical design committee here, so what we're seeing on the screen here, though, is a 3-line diagram. We're going to show you the symbols and some of the behind the scenes of what happens over in the AutoCAD electrical world, where we have a 2D representation of this breaker. All right, and so this is here in AutoCAD Electric. If that wasn't on there, you would see the AutoCAD Electric symbol or icon right there. And so what we're going to show you here is that we've got this breaker identified. We've got certain tags affiliated with it that allow us to identify that. This is what I want to show you, though. So as we have that breaker represented within the AutoCAD electrical world, I can now affiliate that same breaker with the physical representation through the metadata tags, because we have a physical design that is based in a AutoCAD DWG file, and the electrical design that's also based in a AutoCAD DWG file. And so we can surf back and forth between the physical representation and the schematic representation of that same breaker using the tag information. Okay, and so this is a capability that we haven't really had before, or haven't seen us put into practice before. And so now that this is possible, okay, what I'm really asking for this group, and you know, would love to get some feedback from you on is, okay, wow, that's kind of cool. What would you want to do with this? How could we really put this to work within your designs, within your organization? How could you see this making a difference in your outcomes, in your workflow, improving, you know, your efficiencies and those kinds of things? So, you know, just wanted to really present that. Like I said, this goes on, but it's just kind of different variations of, you know, different ways to achieve this, and go back the other way from physical to PNC. So this is a live link. Okay, so this is not a static link. and just want to plant that seed with you guys. Look to get some feedback. If this, hopefully this will spark some curiosity with you. If it does, we would love to be able to explore some use cases with you and see how we could really put this opportunity or this capability to work. So I think that's really all I had. Josh, I don't even know how long I've been going. So I think though I'll just stop right there and turn it back over to you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't know if you answered. We had one question that came in that was from Dave. He just asked if you recommended one over the other. I don't know.
Not really. Certainly there may be a point in time when we're in a conversation with a customer that we would get to a point where we would make a recommendation. But the reality of it is we have two really fantastic products that are very capable. Our Inventor product has been in the industry for going on a decade now, has served the industry very, very well, and will continue to serve the industry very, very well. And I think our AutoCAD product is really built on all of that capability, but we're really trying to address a enterprise question. Okay, so a lot of what led us to thinking about the AutoCAD product is the deployment of an Inventor-based solution to the masses within an organization. Okay, just that skill accumulation has presented a lot of challenges within large organizations. The other things that have presented some challenges within large organizations are the need to be able to integrate to enterprise-wide systems like SAP and some of the other enterprise-wide systems. And so those are really the fundamental challenges that we were trying to address with the AutoCAD product. So I'd be glad to get into a more detailed kind of site-specific discussion, consulting discussion. Hey, what are you trying to achieve? That kind of thing. What's most important? Obviously, Inventor is a world-class standalone 3D modeling application. In and of itself has so much powerful capability. Not all that capability carries over to AutoCAD, right? So there are some trade-offs at the SDS product level, though. Those trade-offs are pretty minimal. And so we would want to really understand what an organization's ultimately trying to achieve before we made a recommendation.
We had one other question come in that Jim was asking is the equipment as built or generic?
Well, let me, it can be either, okay? So you can, let me show you this slide. If y'all don't mind, the slide show from beginning or from current. Come on. Let me get out of that. Give me just a second. I want to answer that question. So just one second. Sorry, guys. All right. So I think that's coming through on your screen. So the content can be either, okay? And so of the models that I showed on the screen earlier, some of that content has been created in Inventor and imported over into AutoCAD. Some of that content has been created has been downloaded from our utility content site and made intelligent for SDS for AutoCAD. So you can create your own content to the level of detail that is appropriate for your organization. You can do that in Inventor, you can do that in Revit, you can do that in AutoCAD. The primary thing that we have to have for the AutoCAD product is a 3D DWG, where we'll add the appropriate amount of intelligence. So yeah, if your organization already has an extensive library of Inventor parts or other content created from other applications. As long as we can end up with a 3D DWG within the AutoCAD environment, then we can utilize that content within the SDS for AutoCAD. So far, and we've done really extensive testing, we do not see any type of performance degradation due to complex models within AutoCAD. I guess I should qualify that. We don't see any additional performance degradation in AutoCAD compared to Inventor. So, high quality, high detail models are certainly consumable within the AutoCAD product. So, hope that got close to answering that question.
Okay, I don't see any other questions coming in. Do we have any other questions for Joey? Nope. Doesn't seem like it. Thanks, Joey.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. And I'm sure if you guys have any questions out there for Joey, you can contact him, or, if you can't get a hold of Joey, you can always contact me and I will put you in contact with Joey if need be. So thanks again, Joey, for that. Appreciate it. So moving on, next topic. I know Steve emailed me this morning. He said he couldn't join us, but Steve is going to have a webinar March 31st. He said the invite should have been sent out already. I told him I did not see one and asked him to forward it to me again. So if anybody else didn't get that or didn't see that, let me know. Once Steve gets that to me, I should be able to get that up to our event calendar on the website, and hopefully, be able to set up the link there that you could just access it through there. That was my plan once he gets me that information. But it's March 31st. He told me it was on content editor, exporting and import, and visual clearances. So again, Steve does a great job putting these webinars together and stuff for us. So if you have any questions or anything else you'd like to see from Steve, let us know. And if you have any issues with not getting that webinar link again, let me know. I'll get it up to the calendar as soon as he gets me that stuff. So that's new on that. Autodesk. Dave, Eric, do I have one of you guys on the call?
Yes, sir. I'm here. Dave's here.
Hey, Dave, how's it going?
Great.
Great. So again, they've been hosting monthly office hours, excuse me, for us, for just our group. The other groups are having those, so been going well. I don't even remember if I was on the last one, to be honest with you.
I don't remember. I think you were.
I apologize.
I think you were.
I didn't remember what it was that put it down here, what we talked about. But again, if you have any topics, Dave's on the call, right now. If you have anything you'd like to see from Autodesk, anything at all, regarding Inventor, any of their other products and stuff, they can, Dave hopefully can, answer some questions, or, we could put together, as part of a future office hour topic. So I think that covers everything, right, Dave?
Yeah. I can pull in people if I don't know the products. I think we had a colleague of mine come in and talk about automation a little more in depth than I can. I know we have some Inventor 2022 coming out shortly. We can talk about that. I think the next call is April 1st. I don't remember if you were on the call, but we also brought up maybe talking a little bit about Fusion 360 and some of the generative design technology. So it's wide open, whatever you guys want to talk about.
Yeah, so of course, feel free to reach out to me, and you have anything that you like, and I will make sure Dave gets it, and we'll go from there.
We talked about Inventor publishing last time. That's what we talked about last call. Now I remember, Josh.
Okay.
And visualization. So that was our last.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
Yeah.
It all mushes together.
It does.
So, So does anybody have anything for Dave now at this meeting? Okay, again, if you have any ideas, these have been great meetings. There's been, some good presenting, and then kind of, the second half of the meeting's just been kind of open discussion. I think many of the meetings we've gotten onto other topics and whatnot of whatever's going on, or, get off, but I think there's been some good discussion going on at these meetings and stuff. So I encourage you guys out there to be a part of this and take advantage of it. So thanks again, Dave, for joining us and doing these for us. And we will have one of these set up, and I'll have to reach out to you, Dave. We will do something, special or something for our virtual face-to-face.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks.
So I didn't have a chance to I did get a couple reports back, but I haven't gotten a chance to, with dealing with the kind of face-to-face has been most of my priority. But I will be, we do have some submittals on our modeling guide to get up for everybody. So again, I hopefully, in between I can get to that. I thank all our leaders that have been working on this stuff. So thank you again. And we will have some stuff posted up on the website for that shortly on some of the various sections. So kind of the consortium website. So I wanted to touch on, again, I spoke here a little bit about the website. So this will be coming live soon. Obviously, the stuff that's populated here has been our testing stuff, but this is kind of what the calendar will look like for the actual virtual event. There will be an option to go just to the calendar, and it will show these 3 days for the virtual event. So we'll do a little bit more on this, and with the Zoom, with the breakout meetings and how all that's going to work next month. But you'll be able to view by day. You can view by the committees. So like if we do our physical committee, it'll highlight the physical committee presentations. And you can click on these. It'll give you time. It'll kind of tell you, we've set up a couple topic things in there to give you, is a round table, open discussion type presentation on product. I forget what all the choices are and stuff in there. And there will be a link in here to go to each of the meetings. So you'll basically be able to use this and go from meeting to meeting and whatnot. So there'll be links. So it's a real good thing. It's been working pretty good. We're fine tuning, making a couple tweaks on this, but this should be up next month. Obviously, the committees are going to start filtering in some actual real stuff in here and having a schedule. And from our testing, this is also mobile friendly. I think on the iPhone, I don't know if we got the Android plugin. I'd have to confirm that, but I think on the iPhone and Apple stuff, you can do this on your mobile phone and everything else like that. So be real handy. Again, it's the first time for it, so I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of bugs. We're trying to test it as best we can, but this will be accessible. Obviously, it'll be kind of probably be an option here. I don't know where exactly the option is going to be, but this is our overall calendar, and then you'll be able to there'll be a separate link or something posted to get just to the virtual event calendar. So just wanted to share that with you. If you hadn't noticed too, for our meeting here and stuff, I said in the emails and stuff, here it is. Here's the invite. This will be what the links look like when they're set up. Join Zoom meeting here. You can just click on that and it should take you right into the Zoom meeting like we are today. So that'll work. That's how that face-to-face will work. You'll be able to click into the meetings and kind of bounce around. So show you choose. So just wanted to show you guys that again, make sure you're aware of it. And get out to website. So Any questions on that before I move on, or anything else? Saw some chat come in. I lost the chat. So let me stop sharing a moment here. And then, so we had a question for Autodesk. I will, let's see, Nate wrote, from what I have seen in recent year, Autodesk has been working on making Inventor and AutoCAD more capability. Now, is it possible to bring in a live link 2D view of a 3D Inventor model? Do you see this also being something that could aid in us of both these packages? Was a question. I don't know, Dave, if you're still on the call, if you have
Yeah,
anything.
let me read this a little bit.
Yeah, it was kind of a mouthful.
Yeah.
And hey, Josh, that may have been directed at me. I suspect it was. And so I can let Nate know that I don't have a direct answer for him right now, but I am in the process of forwarding that question on to some of our folks that would be able to answer that, so we can follow up on that if Dave doesn't have an answer right off the top of his head.
Yeah, Nate, we can talk. I mean, you should be able to bring in Inventor models into AutoCAD and be live linked for detailing. So I know it's a workflow we support today. If that's what you're asking, we can touch base later on if we need to.
Yeah, sure, that'd be fine. Thank you.
Of course, Nate, if you need any help reaching out to anybody and stuff on that, feel free to reach out to me as too, and I'll operate that.
Nate knows how to get a hold of me.
Okay, just making sure that if, and that goes for anybody, if anybody doesn't know how to get a hold of, people that are on this call and stuff, feel free to reach out to me. I'll make sure I can put you in touch with, everybody. So, that was basically all I had on my agenda. Is there anything as far as, hurdles, challenges people are running into, any toolkit issues that they are experiencing now that they'd like to discuss? I know Steve's not on the call that normally handles any of that stuff, but I could always get a hold of them and help facilitate an answer if it's something that I can't answer. Okay, if nobody has anything, again, that was kind of all I had for our meeting. I encourage you again, people out there, everybody out there that, if you have anything else for the virtual face-to-face that you'd be interested in seeing, discussing, anything, that, you might, challenges maybe you experiencing, maybe we could have a discussion. We have a bunch of people that are at different experience levels. We have some real people that have been doing this for a while and stuff, so we could tap on their knowledge and stuff. So if you have anything like that, anything at all that comes to mind and stuff, feel free to reach out to me and I will see what I can help put together for that event. And if nobody has anything, thanks again for joining us today.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Josh. See you guys.
Thank you, everybody. Until next month.